Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 camp guide. So today we're going to take a look at, as the title says, how to decorate basically any surface in your camp, more or less, with junk objects that you find around the game world. So before we dive into this, obviously I'm not the person who came up with this, it's not my invention. There are a couple of people who have covered this over on YouTube before, and of course a whole bunch of people have mentioned in the comments about this particular technique, so kind of building on that, but, you know, Fallout and YouTube and so on and so forth are something of a Venn diagram, really. It's not completely overlapping. So for those who haven't already seen it, hopefully this will be useful. TNG76 is the first person I actually saw doing this, although I think there are others out there as well. So you should absolutely check TNG's channel out. Very nice chap that I met recently. Does a lot of cool Fallout camp stuff, so definitely have a gander at his channel. So let's take a little look at how we can use junk items to decorate in our camp. So basically, this is going to rely primarily on the merge glitch, which I have done a video on before, but we'll go back over it here swiftly so you can have a look at how to do this. So let's take a look. Okay, so first up, there's an example of what this actually looks like when you do it. We've got a whole bunch of stuff just placed on there. Not perfect, obviously we are glitching, so we've got a tiny little bit of clipping along the bottom of some of these things, like the teddy bear there and the globe, but still, on the whole, not too bad, I don't think. So let's open up build mode first and foremost. So, as I say, first thing we need to do is use the merge glitch. So, if you don't know how to do this, we need, first up, go to the power connectors and grab the pressure plate. So we'll drop that down there where we can see it. Nice. Now, first thing we need to do is make sure that this center section of it with the grip on it, the bit that actually moves, is in the lower position rather than its current upper position. There's two ways to do that. One, you can just connect a wire to it, and that will solve the problem there, which apparently I'm having a hard time doing. There we go. And that does it. Works just fine. Another way you can do it is to place it and just pick it up and drop it again. And there we go. Both of those should work. Whichever one's easiest for you is fine. We're going to go with that one for now because it's worked. So we're going to use a stash box to do this with, and I'm actually going to use a smaller one just for the sake of ease of visibility. We'll drop that back in. So that's us basically set up. To do the merge, we're going to give you a quick example. Let's, yeah, this will do quite nicely, assuming this is going to work. My tannery bench. Stick that on the top. Just put it sticking off a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. And now these are in, we just simply pick up the object to be merged into, in this case the cabinet, using the move option, which is the E key on PC. It'll be down there at the bottom on console if you're on there. And then we use the place button again, same button, just to put it back, staying on the pressure pad, of course. And you see the tannery bench, in this case, is dipping down a little bit, which will allow you to put things on, for example, the shelf down there. So it could be a bit further down. Repeat the process. You can see it sinking in quite nicely. And then I could just pick that up, put it wherever I want. Nice. So, how do we do this, though? Well, this is going to require the use of a display object. And I should say here, this is a time-sensitive thing, so if you're watching this around about the time it went up, then Season 16 is currently running, and we will need an object available from the Season 16 rewards pool. So we'll have a look at that now. But if you are jumping into this later on, i.e. after June of 2024, then Season 16 will be over, and it's possible another object may come up that will work in the same way, but you may also have to keep an eye out in the Atomic Shop for a catch-up bundle that may at some point in the future contain this item. So it's a little bit hit and miss on that one, obviously trying to predict the future here at the moment, but keep an eye out for that if the season has ended. Otherwise, grab it while it's hot. So, let's have a look at where that actually is. We go over to the Seasons page, all the way over to page 5 here, and we need this chessboard display. So this is around about the 30s, I believe. Page 5 opens up, so rank 30-ish, somewhere around about there. Not too difficult to reach. But we grab this particular item, the chessboard here, and if we have a quick inspect, you can see it does what it says on the tin. It's placeable as a display object. So you can see we've got, was that a potato or a gourd? I think there's a gourd on there, isn't it? And you can just place it down and decorate with just about anything, which is quite nice. So, how are we going to use this? Well, helps if I open the build menu first. There we go. You can find it on the display tab. There we go. And we have, it's a little temperamental. There you go. Quite nice and small. So one thing that is worthy of noting is on the right there, you can see that there is a limit of 30 display objects. Not all of the display objects sort of use that limit. Put 3 of these down for the moment. If we go all the way up to, say, the mannequins, they have their own limit. Whereas we look at the holiday tree flare display, that's back on the 30 limit. So, yeah, keep an eye on that, and you don't run out of space. There is a limit to how many of these you can place in a camp. But it's a useful technique nonetheless for using things that you can't necessarily place through the build menu. Obviously, I do have a whole bunch of stuff that you can place through the build menu, and you could acquire through the Atomic Shop or through Seasons, depending, like that sort of thing here. See, these are nice surface decoration objects that don't require any fancy tricks to place, but for the objects that aren't available, let's have a look at how we do this. Chessboards are in place, as you can see. Got 3 of those for now. We're going to come out of the build menu, hit the transfer option. And, well, we can do a few different things. We can do apparel. So a fun object to do might be, say, the spacesuit helmet here. Why not? Let's do that. That'll go on there. It's sideways, apparently, but we'll fix that in a bit. On the next one, let's have a look at some junk objects. Basketball? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Looks good. And let's pick another junk object. We've got down here that's going to leap out at me. Lighthouse souvenir? Yeah, that should be cool. Nice, got a nice little line of them there. Cool. So, we're going to open up the build menu. Doesn't matter too much which way around these ones are facing, but our helmet here is the wrong way around. Oh, that's the wrong thing. So, carefully make sure I get the chessboard, not the cabinet there. And we'll just rotate that around the right way. Time's moving on. There we go. So, once you're happy with the placement, which we'll pretend we are for right now, dead simple. As before with the merge glitch, we just need to pop this up and down twice. So we're going to grab the cabinet, move, place, move, place. There we go. And the chessboard has sunk into the surface, leaving us with just the objects on the top. Now, as we can see, as I said before, some things work a little better than others. There's maybe a little bit of sinking in on the lighthouse there, and the helmet has definitely sunk in a little bit, but the basketball looks pretty spot on. Quite happy about that. And obviously, these are a mixed bag as well, but as far as placing these objects on there, nice and easy, and allows you to decorate with things you might not otherwise be able to in locations you can otherwise not do. So, if we store that, everything disappears. Just quickly check. Obviously, the stuff I built with, that's not stored, appears over here, and everything else will just disappear back into my stash, which is nice and handy. So, get that out of the way, and there we go. Something disappeared there. Very strange. Most bizarre. Haven't noticed that happening before. Have to keep an eye on that one. I don't know if that's disappeared in with everything else or if something weird has occurred. No, that's just vanished. Well, we are working with glitches, so that's something to keep an eye out on, apparently. Not a perfect system, but then again, we are going outside the limits of what the game is intending to happen, so there we go. Anyway, it does work, if occasionally it might get a little bit weird. Something to keep an eye out for. Hope you folks found that one useful and informative. It should aid with the decoration of your camps. My latest camp build right here. Video up on that if you want to check it out. While you're at it, have a little look around the channel, drop some subs and likes, always very much appreciated, and hit that notification bell, and then you can catch my uploads if you happen to be looking around. Loads of other bits and pieces going on as well. We're live streaming Fallout 76 and a few other games as well. Got a lot of fun stuff happening there outside of the Fallout space as well. If you're looking for something to watch, have a little poke around the channel. Do very much appreciate. Down below the video as well, we've got social media links, merch store, and channel memberships on the blue join button if you want to support the channel that way. I hugely appreciate it. Really helps out. So massive thank you to everyone who's done that already. Do very much appreciate. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you all very soon.